Hi everyone, how are we doing?
Good.
Doing all right, doing all right, cool. Um, so my name is Tara and I proposed the idea called Dream Co-Creation. So I've been working with dreams since about 2016 in a collaborative live performance making setting. So I was super curious to see what does that similar process look like when we put it in a virtual sphere. So it's similar to the old-fashioned process. Perhaps some of you have done this, where you gather with your friends and you say, wow, I just had this dream last night, and you share that dream, and through the telling of the dream and processing, the dream then transforms. And I thought VR would be a natural place to explore that because it is so full of possibility and it's such a dreamy process. So just for the scope of this hack, we decided we would use Mozilla Hubs as a template so that we could go into that room. We would select one dream and we would learn what assets are valuable for this type of experience. What assets would we want if we have this in front of a team of developers? And then what would that guided process be like for the users? Because we wanted the users to have some sort of guidance, how to use the platform, and also through the process of the dream processing, which there's one dreamer sharing their dream and everyone else is contributing to that room through art making. They go into room 2, the avatars discuss and process that dream, discover new themes, and then they go back into room 1 and with that new information creates a new dream scene. So what assets were valuable? What do we like about hubs? What would we change? And then what would that guided process look like to be the most friendly for the users who maybe haven't used that platform before? My collaborators were Rachel, Tayan, Michaela, and Ramona, and everyone basically just took an asset and reported back on their findings, and everyone contributed to this dream room, which we're gonna take a look at now. Let me know if you can hear the audio.
All right, welcome. So today I'm going to take you on a tour of a project entitled Dream Co-Creation. Before we get into the tour, I'd like to give you a little background about our project. This project is called the Dream Co-Creation app. This app allows users from different parts of the world to meet together in VR and share and transform their nightly dreams. A dreamer shares their dream, and the other players listen, respond, and co-create using drawing, objects, text, and sound. What remains is a dream scene. For each scene, there is one dreamer and several co-creators. Dream scenes are then placed in a folder and archived. In this demo, we've decided that each dream scene has 4 rooms and a guided process. Today we'll explore 1 or 2 of those rooms. The background for this proposed project comes from my live practice of sharing dreams with artist friends. In this practice, we shared dreams verbally, then distilled movement and poetry from the dream text and turned it into performance. How does this translate to VR collaborative art making?
And I was going to skip over this, but I think it's valuable just to say the value statement. I'm interested in using technology to further our humanity. So for me, exploring dreams is a worthy process of being seen and heard, and sharing images from the subconscious if you're the dreamer. And it's also a worthy practice of practicing listening and transforming. Co-creation is something we do not usually practice enough, as is authoring the dream and then letting go to the transformation process also has some pretty cool effects, as per my experience in your life.
We observed what worked in Mozilla Hubs and what we would change if we were creating a new platform and had a team of developers.
Tara, we don't see any video.
Let's check out this view.
You know.
I'll also warn you that...
Sorry?
I don't know if it's just me, but I don't see any video.
Does everyone else see video?
No.
No, there's no video right now.
And it wasn't even before, like you were, yeah.
I was just talking in the dark?
Yeah.
You share your screen.
I didn't share the screen. That
Right.
is exactly what I did not do. Okay.
I'm going to be shifting back and forth between a narrator voice, which would be a part of the app,
How was
and
that?
then myself as Tera.
No, you still
want
have to
a
share your
software.
screen.
So
No,
I'll try
not
to
sure. There you
be
go.
obvious about when I'm in my dramatic narrator voice.
All right.
There we go.
All right.
So you didn't get to see
So
the
here we
document.
are, entering this dream scene. The dreamer has pre-recorded a dream video. The dreamer has pre-selected a world for their dream to exist in, and perhaps also some audio presettings. Here I am as the narrator, speaking to the users as they arrive. Welcome to the dream world. This is not your ordinary reality. This is a world of possibility. In the dream world, we create new pathways. Dreams transform and take on new meanings. Here is a place where we co-create together and reimagine our futures. Welcome. Let's dream. Go ahead and enter the room by clicking the Enter Room text on the top right. Go ahead and look to your left. Look to your right.
So I'd be guiding
Up
the
and
user.
down in your mouse or trackpad.
You're done.
In a few moments, you'll be listening to your friend's dream. One way to process dreams is through words. As you listen to the dream, use the chat box to type in any words, images, or phrases you hear, and allow yourself to get creative. Here's an example. Click the wand on the left, and your text will be captured in the room. Feel free to type in as many phrases as you like, and listen to the dream once or twice. It's up to you. Click on the screen to start.
Hi, I'm Tan from Hamilton. Ontario. And this is my dream of flying. This is how I learned how to fly. There was a TV show when I was growing up called The Greatest American Hero. He had an alien suit that gave him superpowers. He learned how to fly.
These little text phrases and creates a...
So we skipped ahead here just because the sound was kind of wonky, but you see the process. We listened to Tan tell her whole dream, and the typer types texts.
a new poetry. One limitation of the platform is, for some reason, when I drag, it creates a clone. So ideally, there would just be one set of text, and I can actually resize it and create a little poem here on the left. Kind of like refrigerator poetry. What's remaining is the dream poem that the user made. It's kind of like refrigerator magnet poetry. So I'll read that aloud. How I learned how to fly. I see alien suits. 3 steps. Superpowers. I fly away chasing. I don't remember. I do remember. I feel my stomach plummet. That feeling of up. But let's take a look around. We see over here we have this enable fly mode, type \fly. I've already done that, so I won't do it again or it will disable it. And look, here is a area that I've prepared. 1, 2, 3, 3 steps. And that's from Tan's dream, actually, if you recall. 1, 2, 3. Now in fly mode, what's neat is that you can fly directly through objects. Oh, hey, look at this. We've discovered an area. It says draw your feathers. So the feathers, the gift to the left was an object that I pulled from different presets, objects using this create button, and so is this feather. But if the user was here, we would see the GIF, the picture, the draw your feathers, and there would be an opportunity here to contribute to a feather collage. I've already done a few here, but it's fairly simple. Just click the pen and use the draw pad to create some nice feathers. A limit to this program is I can't figure out how to do different colors or pens. I'm sure one can,
But again, I'm using this trackpad. It's kind of a limited option. Another drawing option could be to use tilt brush, although that requires some technology that most people don't have. So this is really nice as far as everyone's able to draw. Click the pen to undo. I'll back up. Oh, I went through the wall again. And then similar to that text project, the narrator would bop in and teach the user how to do that. And then that could be disabled once people understand how to use the different functions. Here I can fly up to the buildings, like in Dan's dream. Woo! But for now, I'm just going to go back through this world and see what else we have. Well, I see some text and an arrow up here. I'm certainly curious about that. I'm going to follow. It says straight up. I wonder what that means, straight up, huh? Let's check that out. Straight up. There's the arrow. Looks like it's prompting me to go straight up that wall. Indeed it is, because I see the text, yes, this way. Whoa, check it out. Here's a hidden alien. Just like in Tan's dream. What's up, alien guy? Maybe I want to add an object. Maybe I want someone to dance with this alien. This is how we added objects that were preset in the room, by the way. So I've left my mark. Maybe just for time, I'll move forward. This was another preset. So this was an audio file that someone dropped in the room that the user could select and play. That's cool. Huh. And that was actually the theme song from the dream that Tan was talking about. So 3 different spaces were preset for the dreamers to explore. There was a drawing option. People can contribute to the space. And here's our poetry, where we started. Let's explore. I have these portals preset. So this is room 1. Room 2 is moving into fly up to reach the portals to other dreams. This would probably say other rooms, actually. But that is the next stage, is moving into room. And we can either get close to the portal, and then we simply click to visit room. Imagine other avatars being in the room. Everyone can hear everyone's voice. Everyone can see each other's robot bodies. And here we have a conversation with the dreamer live about the dream. This is the process section of the dream. So one thing I've preset is a transcription, because sometimes if you can see the transcription, you can pick up on things you didn't see at first. So here's Tan's dream, transcribed. There might be a... And I'm wondering if we want to try, if Rachel's set up to do a live screen share of room 2. If not, that's fine too. So what you're seeing on the left...
I was going to say, instead of doing a screen share, especially for the interest of time, I'm going to put the link to the room in the chat, and people can just jump in. Yeah. Great.
So this is will appear in our avatar, so everyone has a little robot body, and we can talk, and everyone can hear each other, and there would be a guided process. And what you're only partially seeing on the left is, first of all, we want to understand what's happening in the dream. So everyone who's a co-creator has the opportunity to ask the dreamer clarifying questions. So tell me more about the buildings. Like, what did they look like? Oh, they were very dark and they had no windows. Oh, that's interesting. How many buildings were there? There were 3 of them. Okay, so what happened after you jumped over the buildings? Was there anyone else in the dream? And you get to start to dig a little bit more deeply into different themes that might come out. Well, my sister was in the dream. Oh, okay. What was your sister wearing? She was wearing this beautiful white dress. Oh, that's interesting, especially in contrast to those dark buildings. And you say that there were 3 buildings and there were also 3 steps that you were taking. Okay. So folks that are processing are starting to track themes. And in stage 3, they reflect those themes back to the dreamer. And then what we didn't get into is then how we move through one more room and then back into room number 1 with that new information about the themes of the dream and how we might want to change it or resolve the dream even. Sometimes in dreams there's a central question that wants to be resolved. Well, how do I get from the dark buildings into a bright space? Well, maybe we fly up the buildings with those 3 steps and we create white clouds and you and your sister are there hanging out and celebrating. Or just as per example, the co-creators get to help move the narrative forward if there is a narrative, which, as we know, sometimes there's not. But yeah, so that would be our process. So thank you very much to Rachel, Michaela, Tayan, and Ramona for offering their time. Everyone contributed both to the development of what the 4-room process would look like and also contributed to the room itself. Moving forward, I would want to beta test this with users just to see what their experience was and how we would want to streamline this process and what assets and does it make sense if the narrator is giving you guidance? How much guidance do they need? Because I really want it to be like someone like me. I don't have a headset. I've used one before, but I just have my PC. I'd like that to be a possibility. Obviously, we didn't address the bandwidth issue. This could be streamed as a video, though, that people could download and just follow along as the process and then do it in their home with their friends. That would be one way to do it. Yeah. I think that's what we would do. And then once we were very clear in like what we wanted, then we could bring it to developers and say, here are the assets we need and here are the 4 rooms we need, etc.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tara.
Yeah. Thank you folks so much.
And team.
Ha 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 ha!